Scam alert that is growing. You have likely clicked on a security prompt online to verify you're not a robot. But watch what you're clicking. It could steal your identity or empty your bank account.
If you use your phone to log into websites or shop online, you've probably fallen for this scam already. Every day, millions of people complete CAPTCHA puzzles without thinking. Click the traffic lights, type the blurry letters, check the box. You've done it 100 times. Cybercriminals are counting on that. They've twisted that harmless routine into one of the most dangerous digital traps circulating right now, the Windows Security Complete Verification scam. It looks exactly like the CAPTCHAs you trust. It behaves exactly like the real thing. And by the time you realize something is wrong, if you ever do, your banking details, passwords, and personal files are already gone. Stick around. The final warning shows you exactly how to spot the fake before it spots you. Let's expose this. CAPTCHA, the everyday tool that became a cybercriminal's best weapon. You've seen it hundreds of times. I'm not a robot. Click. Done. It's so embedded in our online lives that we do it without thinking. And that's exactly the problem. Before we get into the mechanics of this scam, you need to understand why CAPTCHA was invented in the first place, because the moment you understand its real purpose, you'll see exactly how criminals weaponized it against you. CAPTCHA stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test, to tell computers and humans apart. Its job is simple: create a layer of friction that automated bots can't easily pass, but humans can. This serves two distinct purposes that most people never think about. The first is cybersecurity. Bots are automated programs capable of submitting thousands of form entries, login attempts, or spam requests in seconds. CAPTCHA acts as a digital bouncer, blocking that flood before it starts. The second purpose is financial. Most customer relationship management platforms, think MailChimp, HubSpot, Salesforce, CV charge businesses per contact or per email sent. A bot flooding a sign-up form could cost a company thousands of dollars in inflated subscriber counts overnight. CAPTCHA eliminates that cost by ensuring only real humans get through. Here's what that means in practice. Every time you complete a CAPTCHA, you've been conditioned to trust it. It signals legitimacy. It says this website is taking security seriously. Scammers know this. They've studied it, and they've built their entire trap around exploiting that conditioned trust. The scale of what they're exploiting is staggering. According to Imperva's 2023 Bad Bot report, bad bots accounted for 30.2% of all internet traffic in 2022, the highest proportion ever recorded. That means nearly 1 in 3 website visits wasn't human at all. This is the exact threat landscape CAPTCHA was designed to defend against. But when criminals clone the very tool designed to stop bots, they turn the security theater into a stage for theft. It gets more unsettling. Think about how many times a day you encounter a CAPTCHA-style prompt on your bank's login page, when buying concert tickets, when registering for a newsletter, when accessing government services. The repetition has made it automatic, and automatic responses are the easiest ones for scammers to hijack. You easily comply to them. That compliance is the foundation this entire scam is built on. The fake CAPTCHA doesn't need to hack your firewall or crack your password. It doesn't need sophisticated code running silently in some server room. It just needs you to follow a few simple-looking steps that feel so ordinary that most people complete them without a flicker of suspicion. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center 2023 annual report, cybercrime losses in the United States alone hit $12.5 billion in 2023, a 22% increase from the previous year. Social engineering attacks, where criminals manipulate human behavior rather than technical systems, were among the fastest growing categories. This scam belongs squarely in that category. A psychological trap, and the next section reveals exactly how this trap is set, step by terrifying step. How the trap is sprung. Most cyber attacks happen to you. This one happens through you. That's what makes the Windows Security Complete Verification scam so uniquely dangerous, and so difficult to detect when it happens. The criminals don't break into your computer. They hand you the keys and ask you to unlock the door yourself. Here's exactly how it unfolds. It starts innocently. You're browsing the web, maybe shopping, reading an article, or clicking a link someone sent you. Suddenly, a prompt appears on your screen. It carries the familiar Windows-style design, sometimes even mimicking the branding of your browser or operating system. It says something like, Windows Security Complete Verification. Please verify you are human to continue. Below that, there's a button or a checkbox with instructions. Nothing about it screams danger, because you're used to seeing prompts like this. It's been carefully designed to look exactly like the real thing. When you click the Verify button, something happens that you can't see. In the background, a malicious script is silently loaded and automatically copied to your clipboard. The same clipboard you use every day to copy and paste text. You have no idea it's there. There's no pop-up, no warning. The page may even thank you for verifying, reinforcing the illusion that everything is perfectly normal. Then comes the instruction that does the real damage. The fake CAPTCHA tells you to complete the verification by pressing the Windows key plus R on your keyboard. If you've never used that shortcut, it opens something called the Run dialog box, a built-in Windows tool that allows users to execute programs and system commands directly. It's a legitimate, powerful feature used by IT professionals and tech-savvy users, but in this moment, it becomes the open door the criminals needed. The prompt then instructs you to press Ctrl+V, the universal paste shortcut, and hit Enter. You're not typing anything yourself, you're just pasting. It feels harmless. But what you've just pasted into that Run dialog is the malicious script that was loaded onto your clipboard the moment you clicked Verify. Pressing Enter executes it instantly. What happens next is invisible, fast, and catastrophic. The script, a form of malware known as an info-stealer Trojan, begins harvesting your computer. It doesn't randomly grab files. It's written with surgical precision, using pattern recognition logic to identify specific types of data. Credit card numbers which follow a standardized format and must pass what's called a Loon algorithm check, social security numbers, saved browser passwords, digital wallet credentials, multi-factor authentication backup codes, and session tokens that can grant access to your accounts without needing a password at all. According to Verizon's 2023 Data Breach Investigations report, 74% of all data breaches involved a human element, including social engineering, errors, or misuse. This scam is a masterclass in that human element. Every step feels justified. Every action feels normal. And by the time the script finishes, sending everything it found directly to the attacker's server and then deleting itself to erase all evidence, you're still sitting at your computer, completely unaware that anything has happened. Yes, you heard right. The malware deletes itself completely from your computer without a trace. But the damage? That's already done. And the next section reveals just how deep it goes. Your bank account, your passwords, your identity, all gone before breakfast. If you think the worst-case scenario is someone seeing a few saved passwords, think again. What this scam extracts from your computer isn't a piece of your digital life. It's virtually all of it. And understanding the full scope of what gets taken is what should make every person who uses a computer sit up straight right now. The info-stealer Trojan deployed through this fake CAPTCHA doesn't guess. It runs purpose-built scripts designed to locate specific data patterns, the same kind of scripts that legitimate cybersecurity professionals use to audit corporate systems for exposed sensitive data. Criminals have simply repurposed those tools for theft. Here's what's actually at risk. Your saved browser passwords, every site where you clicked Remember Me, are stored in an encrypted but accessible local file. These scripts know exactly where to find them across Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Safari. Your banking credentials, email logins, and social media accounts are all sitting there. Beyond passwords, the script targets session cookies, small files that keep you logged into websites without re-entering your password. Stealing a session cookie means an attacker can access your bank account right now, even without knowing your password or triggering a two-factor authentication request. It goes further. Multi-factor authentication backup codes, the emergency codes your bank or email provider gave you when you first set up two-step verification, are often saved as text files or screenshots on the same computer. The script finds those too. Digital wallets, cryptocurrency credentials, tax documents, medical records stored in downloaded PDFs. If it's on your machine, it's at risk. In 2023, a Florida woman lost $34,000 from her checking account within hours of unknowingly executing a similar clipboard-based malware script. She hadn't clicked a suspicious email or visited an obvious scam site. She'd simply followed what appeared to be a routine browser verification prompt while shopping online. By the time her bank flagged the unusual withdrawals, the The money had already been transferred through 3 separate accounts. According to the Federal Trade Commission's Consumer Sentinel Network Databook 2023, identity theft was the #1 complaint category, with over 1.1 million reports filed in 2023 alone. Everything taken, and you won't know it happened until the money is already gone, which makes what comes next absolutely critical. Why your antivirus didn't save you, and why that's not an accident. You might be thinking, surely my antivirus software would have caught this. It's a reasonable assumption, but it's not 100% true. The reason this scam bypasses most security software isn't a flaw in your protection, it's a deliberate design choice built into the attack itself. Traditional antivirus and endpoint protection tools are built to detect malicious files being downloaded onto your system, suspicious programs being installed, or known malware signatures running in the background. This attack sidesteps every single one of those detection triggers. Instead, you execute the script directly through a built-in Windows system tool, the Run dialog, which your security software recognizes as normal, authorized activity. From your antivirus's perspective, a legitimate user just ran a legitimate command. Nothing to flag, nothing to block. This technique is known in cybersecurity circles as a living off-the-land attack, abbreviated as LOTL. Rather than introducing foreign malicious tools that security software might recognize, attackers hijack the trusted, built-in utilities already present on your operating system. Windows' own Run dialog, PowerShell, and command prompt become the weapons. Because these are native system tools, they carry an implicit trust that security software is specifically designed not to interfere with. Real-life confirmation of this came in mid-2024 when cybersecurity firm Proofpoint published research documenting a sharp rise in what they termed click-fix campaigns, a category that includes this exact fake CAPTCHA technique. Their analysts found that the payloads delivered through these attacks were specifically engineered to execute entirely within system memory, leaving no files on disk for antivirus scanners to detect. According to Malwarebytes' 2024 State of Malware report, info stealers increased by 234% between 2022 and 2023, with clipboard hijacking and memory-only execution methods cited as primary drivers of that explosive growth. Your antivirus isn't broken. It's just fighting the last war while criminals are already fighting the next one. The attack was engineered from the ground up to be invisible to conventional defenses, which means the only reliable protection at this stage isn't software, it's knowledge. And the next section gives you exactly that. The red flags that were there all along. Here's something that will leave you chewing your fingernails in utmost frustration. This scam leaves clues. Behavioral red flags, once you know what to look for, make the trap obvious. The problem is that nobody tells you what normal looks like until after something goes wrong. That changes right now. The single most important rule to internalize is this: no legitimate CAPTCHA will ever ask you to interact with your operating system. A real CAPTCHA, whether it's Google's reCAPTCHA, Cloudflare's Turnstile, or HCAPTCHA, operates entirely within your browser window. It asks you to click images, check a box, or solve a visual puzzle. It has absolutely no reason to ask you to press keyboard shortcuts, open system tools, or paste anything anywhere outside the browser. The moment a verification prompt instructs you to press Windows plus R, close the tab immediately. That instruction is the scam's signature move, and it is never, under any circumstances, part of a real security check. Second red flag: urgency combined with unusual instructions. Legitimate security prompts don't threaten you. They don't say your session will expire in 30 seconds or that your account will be locked if you don't comply immediately. Manufactured urgency is a psychological pressure tactic designed to short-circuit your critical thinking before it has a chance to kick in. Third, examine the URL. Fake CAPTCHA pages are typically served from domains that have nothing to do with the website you were visiting. Before completing any verification prompt, glance at your browser's address bar. If you were shopping on a retail site and the URL has suddenly changed to something unrelated, a string of random characters, an unfamiliar domain, or anything other than the site you intended to visit, stop immediately. In 2023, a small business owner in Texas narrowly avoided this scam when his 16-year-old son recognized the Windows plus R instruction as suspicious and called him over before he pressed enter. The son had seen a cybersecurity video about lotl attacks at school. That single piece of prior knowledge saved the family from potential financial devastation. But knowing the red flags is half the battle. The other half, what to do in the critical minutes after you realize you've been caught, is where most people make costly mistakes. The first 15 minutes after it happens can save everything. Most people who fall for this scam don't realize it immediately. But if you do suspect you've executed one of these fake CAPTCHA commands, the clock starts the moment you realize it, and what you do in the next 15 minutes determines how much damage gets done. The very first action is one that feels counterintuitive. Physically disconnect from the internet before doing anything else. Don't close browser tabs first. Don't open your bank app to check. Don't Google what to do next. Unplug your Ethernet cable or turn off your Wi-Fi immediately. The InfoStealer script transmits harvested data back to the attacker's server in real time. Severing that connection mid-transmission may prevent some or all of your information from reaching them. Every second your computer stays online, after execution is a second the script is actively working against you. Once disconnected, do not restart or shut down the compromised computer yet. Certain memory-resident scripts can use a shutdown event as a final trigger to complete data transmission or install a secondary backdoor. Leave the machine on but offline. From a completely separate device, your phone on mobile data, not your home Wi-Fi network, or a different computer entirely, immediately log into your financial institutions and change your passwords. Specifically, navigate to your bank's security settings and look for options labeled Active Sessions, Connected Devices, or Sign Out of All Devices. Revoking active sessions invalidates any stolen session cookies the script may have captured, closing that access point even if attackers already have the cookie data. Contact your bank directly using the number on the back of your debit or credit card, not a number found online, and explicitly request a fraud alert be placed on your account. Ask them to flag any outgoing transfers for manual review for the next 48 hours. This specific request triggers a different internal protocol than a standard customer service call. Speed isn't panic, it's your most powerful defense. And once you've secured your finances, there's still one more critical layer of your digital life that needs immediate attention. The hidden backdoor they may have left behind and how to find it. Securing your bank accounts buys you critical time. But there's a threat that most victims never address, and it's the one that turns a one-time attack into a long-term nightmare. When the InfoStealer script runs on your machine, data theft is only its first objective. Its second objective is staying connected to your computer long after you've changed every password you own. During execution, the script may install what cybersecurity professionals call a Remote Access Trojan, or RAT. Unlike the InfoStealer, which grabs data and leaves, a RAT quietly embeds itself into your system's startup processes and waits. It gives the attacker the ability to reconnect to your machine days, weeks, or even months later, monitoring your screen, logging new keystrokes, capturing updated passwords, and activating your webcam or microphone without triggering any visible indicator. You'd never know it was there. This is why simply changing your passwords after an attack isn't enough on its own. Here's what to do. Once you've completed your immediate financial containment steps from the previous section, keep the compromised computer disconnected from the internet and run a full offline scan using a bootable antivirus rescue disk. Two specific tools worth knowing: Kaspersky Rescue Disk 18 and Bitdefender Rescue Environment. Both are free, both can be downloaded from a clean device, written to a USB drive, and used to scan your compromised machine at the operating system level before Windows even loads. This method detects threats that a standard installed antivirus scan can miss entirely because it operates beneath the layer where RATs typically hide. Search the exact terms Kaspersky Rescue Disk 18 download or Bitdefender Rescue Environment USB on a clean device to find the official download pages directly from each company's website. Clearing the immediate theft is urgent. Clearing the backdoor is survival, because if that rat stays installed, everything you do to recover simply becomes new intelligence for the attacker, and you have to make sure that never happens again. Hardening your defenses, so this can never happen again. Start with your browser, because that's where this attack originates. Every major browser has a built-in setting that controls what websites are allowed to do the moment a page loads. In Google Chrome, navigate to Settings * Privacy and Security * Site, Settings * Additional Permissions * Clipboard, and set it to Don't allow sites to see text and images copied to the clipboard. This single setting directly dismantles the mechanism this scam relies on. Next, enable Windows Defender Credential Guard if you're running Windows 10 Enterprise or Windows 11. Search that exact term in your Windows search bar to find the setup guide. This feature isolates your login credentials in a secure, virtualized container that scripts running in normal system memory cannot access, even if malware is already executing. For an additional layer, consider installing the free browser extension uBlock Origin, available on Chrome, Firefox, and Edge, and enabling its Block Third-Party Scripts setting under the Advanced Options. The majority of fake CAPTCHA pages are served through malicious third-party ad networks and redirects. Blocking third-party scripts at the browser level prevents those pages from loading their payloads in the first place. Finally, enable Windows-controlled folder access, found by searching that exact phrase in Windows security settings. This feature prevents unauthorized applications and scripts from modifying files in your protected folders, including documents, desktop, and downloads, where sensitive files are most commonly stored. You now know what most people don't, and that knowledge protects everyone around you too. Have you or someone you know encountered this scam? Let's hear how you dealt with it. If this opened your eyes, hit like and subscribe so you never miss critical information like this again.